All right, and then the stream can watch while I fucking set up my loadout. How about that? That'll make stream happy, right?
Man, if only Cyborg played, you know, other games with us.
Only we could do something else with Cyborg.
I know.
Anything else, really.
I know, but every time we suggest a game, it's I don't want to do it.
Oh, yawn.
The more things change, the more they say the same, right? Right, Cyborg?
Something like that.
Let's see.
Need I refer you to the chart?
I think we'll put this one on here. Where does it go? I think that'll up tier okay, because I can just yeet fucking big missiles at people. Nothing there. No.
Cheaper to repair. 1139 versus Lamau. No, it's fucking not. Oh no, max repair cost. Yeah, it's about 3k. It's about 3k cheap. Well, that's before the. That thing gets a drag shoot as well.
Hey, Ba. I invited Ba, and he let me down by having to work and some shit.
Wow, how dare he?
How dare you?
Eric.
Or Cyborg let you down too, just in different ways.
It is
No, Cyborg let you down.
Not today. Yeah.
Cyborg let us down.
You.
No, just you.
No, I think us.
Cyborg lets us
I'm
down
still
daily.
playing Total War on the other screen, so I don't know what you're talking about.
But you're still playing War Thunder.
Right now, no, I'm not.
Som's the one odd man out playing as America 7-7. Oh shit, cancel. Som, cancel. Hold on.
I don't know why.
I've got it at 8-0. You might not want to play an 8-0. You fucking idiot.
Why are you useless?
I was trying to help
Why are you
you,
like this?
and you were over here about
Why
to...
would you put an 8-0 on your fucking lineup?
I've created a new lineup, and that was one of the defaults, okay?
God, you're an idiot.
I hate you. I hate you.
hate you.
I could have just let it run. I could have just let it run and pretend like it was an accident and laughed at you, okay? And frankly, I think you deserve that. There we go. I'm gonna put this thing over there. What is the starting shit on this? APCBC. That's all it gets anyhow. Okay, yeah, no biggie. It is French. All right, we're good. Sorry. Try again.
Do it again. I wasn't looking.
Correct. Let's see. Do we have a battle victory wager? Let's go. You guys have to win battles for me now.
About that.
Top tier is insufferable. I wish you the best of luck, Dr. Swag. F-15E is fun, but also once you get there, what's the fuck's the point?
Almost like the game has nothing to do once you finish the grind.
It's almost like your game has nothing to do with top tier.
Yeah, weird.
Though I would argue that the point of top tier is being able to pull those top tier jets into ground RB, which would be fun if Pansiers didn't exist. Although, again, I'm really looking forward to the idea of the F-18. I need to keep grinding that shit.
Yeah, babe, why aren't you playing more fucking War Thunder in your free time?
I hate you. We're top 2. Somewhat top. Somewhere. Where are we going?
See.
To see? All right, brother.
Of course, the fun bit for like dragging planes into top tier ground is that there's only like 3 that can even detect the Pansier when it's locked on. So.
That's what the new F-18 is. Why I want it so bad.
Top F-18 has that as well?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep. Top F-18 can detect.
But only the top one.
Yeah. Dr. Swag, that is literally how War Thunder works. Like, we all play this game, we hate it, but we enjoy the pain or something. It's weird.
Do we? Type 3 fun.
Type 3 fun, yep.
I just have fun.
Well, I mean, Cyborg's an anomaly. He's...
Yeah, Cyborg trying to gaze.
There's something wrong with you, Cyborg.
There's a DF-105 going wide flank.
Oh, yo.
Great.
We hate to see that. That thing's gonna pin right...
Martyr too.
Oh, so 2 things that'll pin right through the fucking armor. Okay.
Yeah.
I say that it might be the same thing, and I just fucked up what it is, because I only saw the chassis, I didn't really see the turret.
They're a mortar
Yeah,
chest.
well, it was definitely a martyr, so.
Either way, I don't like it.
I mean, of the 2 of them, a martyr is less annoying.
This is true. Oh, I see you. I see him. That is a martyr, and he's dead. Good timing. B-29 did work. Just straight to B, huh?
I might have to close Warhammer. I'm getting some annoying frame drops. Oh, there's a lot of shit down there. Hands out, beats in. Got the loader and the cannon breach.
Autoloader go burr.
I think something just took a pot shot to my left.
Oh, hey, I hit a wall.
No, don't.
Fuck you.
All right, fine, do.
Something shot at you from the left, huh?
So, Cyborg, how are you?
Oh, ain't bad, ain't bad. Be vibing.
Very quietly vibing.
Good to keep
Yeah,
vibing.
yeah, not really saying much.
Why can't you talk more, Cyborg? Hmm?
Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't
Quick,
know what to say.
quick, entertain me.
Oh, there's a lot of shit here. Holy fuck.
Duly noted.
Yay, Tiger 2s.
Noted and ignored.
God damn it, we both fired at the same thing.
Oh, well, fuck. I didn't realize you were behind me.
Telling me I can't get. Oh god, this game.
Oh, shit.
Commander gunner. I
Target.
fucked that up thing. I
So-
fucked up a lot of that thing.
So needed right here, and I can't
Got
get
the
through this.
transmission.
Ugh. I hate my life.
I'm scared.
You're doing good, Zom.
Got it.
Thank you.
I will totally help you eventually.
Well, I don't really trust you to help me.
God.
There's a IS something right here.
It's looking at the field at the moment.
Back up to left, Zom, if you want to back up. Okay.
I have something where?
Oh, fuck.
Right here in front of me.
Roger. Moving in support.
Where was that from?
Driving away.
Right there, it's a King Tiger. Wow, I
Its
just...
cannon breach is out.
Roger, thank you.
I got autoloader. Come on.
I've only got 2 shots, so
Non-pit
I'm gonna
up.
have to slow down after this.
Gotcha.
Got it.
Oh, fuck. I forgot to get a Dishka.
Is that a Yagtig behind it?
I don't think it's a Yak Tiger, it's a Panther.
Oh, it's a
Panther's
Panther.
invulnerable.
Okay.
Back off.
I do have a reverse gear. It's just pretty shit.
Yes.
His,
Got it.
thank you.
Let's just keep
I
steering.
had to hide under him because his Dishka was gonna fucking kill me.
Lamau. Nice. I'm sure he's
Oh,
very
not
happy
good.
with you. Looks like we're losing B. I'm
Minus
gonna
3.
turn around and try and deal with that.
Oh god.
Yep.
I'm gonna cut left.
Yeah, he's looking at us. Roger.
Okay.
Someone on our right?
Oh, we're that close? Shit.
Sounds close.
IS-2 left.
Hey, why would you die to that?
I was turning right. He popped me right in the back of the head. So he's 90 to your left.
Oh, fucking IS-2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tiger 2 scouted.
Got it.
He's dead. Ah, the fucking IS-3. God damn it.
That was a rough song. Frankly, I think you're
Another
down.
IS-2.
4 dudes here.
Hey, board.
Apparently we're Pookies now.
I'm gonna try and get into B so that I can refresh my ready rack because I'm down to the shell in the chamber.
Gotcha.
The only one you need.
So I know that IS is... If I was the IS, I would probably go to C, but he could just charge into the center.
There's an IS-2 moving to C as well. Or 2 of them even.
Well, we're playing War Thunder, so it's going. Oh,
It's what Hornet wanted.
contact right there.
Oh god, that's a bad non-pen.
I don't see it.
Got it.
Oh, he's the other side
Oh,
of the
there he
building
is.
now.
I see him, yep. He's dead.
That'll do, pig.
Here bombs.
Not after you.
Thank God.
I don't know who he was trying to get there, but
Oh, there's something right here. T-44.
right here being. Oh, yep, I see it.
Oh,
Rather, I
on
see
the
it.
I see
left.
His cannon breach is gone.
Roger.
Get fucked. Shot it in the back, but used to hit the ammo.
Whatever.
I mean,
I don't wanna be here
planned that.
anymore.
I knew where the ammo was. I planned that.
Oh god.
Okay. I think C is secure for now.
I don't know where the IS-3 went, unfortunately.
Yeah, that is the concern. He's IS, he could have just went towards B.
What target out in the open?
And the IS-4 took my turret track, so it stopped me from being able to get the Boffin trigger.
Who's on? We got
It's a Bulldog.
we got somebody like right here.
It's a Bulldog flanking left.
Is he gone fast, or am I still looking at him?
He's up by the church now, I think.
Huh.
Moving under the hill, so I don't know where he is exactly.
There's definitely somebody in
around
here
there.
though. I saw his gun shoot. So it's his muzzle flash or whatever. I think he was shooting towards B. Yeah, oh, he's coming at us. He's coming right at us on the road. What is that?
Right down the
Oh, it's a
road.
ZSU-57.
Oh.
I took out his gunner, loader, cannon breach. He took out my breach, so I'm stuck.
Oh,
Oh, there's a Yak 9.
Oh no, I don't have a repair kit, so you must save me.
I can help you repair.
Okay.
I can help you repair.
The ZSU's breach, but I don't know if I got both his guns or not. He's retreating anyhow.
fire from left somewhere.
Probably up by the church again.
I think it was that bulldog.
That's probably the bulldog. I just don't know where the fuck he is.
I'm gonna wait if this artillery gonna fucking kill me.
We shall see. You're a Lorraine, you're strong. Like a bear. Like great
Like French bear.
Like a friend. God. Like a bear that is overly prone to retreat.
I think he's just a gay man at that point.
Oh god. Have we done anything fun this week? Ah,
We were playing Warhammer earlier.
we were playing
this
Warhammer
year.
earlier. Total War Warhammer 3. It was
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, that was fun. Yeah.
But
But
then,
then, you know, Cyborg doesn't wanna
Cyborg's
play
here
it,
and
so.
he doesn't want to play it, so yeah. Oh god.
Okay, hold on. You guys could have more than just played. You guys could have played that game.
That's what I
Just
suggested.
Not, you know. that's
But
what I've
I'm
been-
trying to be nice and I want Cyborg here, and so Zom has to stop being a little bitch about it.
That's not
Okay.
gonna happen.
That's true.
That's a friendly 29.
I don't.
Where's the ship?
You gonna give me a shot, buddy? Buddy? You did. Get fucked. Oh, that felt good. Yes. Oh, that's something. Is that a Doom Turtle? That's, no, it's something else. I missed. It's a case made of some type.
No. It's a like an
Arthur
ASU or
279.
something.
I bet you
Pretty
that.
sure that's
Oh, the bulldog is up there by the church still. Come on.
Yeah, it is. You should probably shoot it.
I could hit it if I didn't have this fucking hill on the way. Come here. Got it. Bulldog's gone.
You want to help me repair?
29 getting
Oh,
shot.
you're over there.
Okay.
I can't. Yeah, I don't have the kit.
Oh shit.
I will after this match, though.
Oh, good.
Yak 9.
Did I
Oh
just-
good, he flew into the wall.
Did I just hear another shot up from the? Oh god, there's SBA right on me. I think I heard another shot up by the church though. Could be a friend though.
T-44 down.
Problem is I need repairs again because my breach is orange. Oh, that was a game. Okay, that was a good
Very
time.
nice, very nice.
Good time for the end of
That
the game.
flank of ours went pretty well. Cyborg.
It did. It went a lot better than I thought it was going to.
We have done well. We won the mission. Yeah, there we go. We can make our money back. Oh my god. 3 kills with that thing and I still didn't get parts. What the absolute fuck?
Maybe you should get good.
I hate it. I only have 26 days of premium account left.
Wow.
And I don't know if I
You
want
gotta
to spend
spend money.
money on that shit.
You gotta spend more money, Hornet.
I mean, I guess like,
Well,
well,
you're never gonna get the fucking Typhoon.
it's 1100 for just 15 days. God, it's such a... the more I
Wait
look
for
at
the
it...
sale.
Yeah. I'll probably just run around and not worry about grinding for a while, and then... when the sale
I think
pops.
Hornet may have just missed the sale, actually.
Well,
Cares, wait for it.
I don't think there was a sale for premium time. Was there? There have been a few sales, but I didn't think the premium time was part of it.
The May sale, I think, may have only been at 30%, but
What got him into it is us bugging him incessantly
Essentially.
because he mentioned it once and we never let it go.
I mentioned it once because, you know, like a decade ago when I was a fucking retarded child.
he's
And-
still a retarded child, by the way.
Thank you. But I was even more
It's
of a
not like,
retarded
not
child.
like we're any better.
Yeah. And I played a lot of Halo and shit, and I piddled around and I put together videos and stuff that were horribly cringe, and no one will ever see them. They're all privated. But I did
But not
that.
deleted, funnily enough.
Yeah, well, you know, every once in a while I like to go back and look at my look at that stuff and just like cringe as I watch. Anyhow, I did that. I did some like Call of Duty Black Ops when it first came out and stuff. And so I did it for a while, and then I got busy with work and stuff, and it also went away. And then I was mentioning it, and Zombie was like, you know, if we just recorded some of this stupid shit we say and you posted it, it could do something. And that's kind of the premise. And then Damn was like, yeah, you got to do it. And then they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me be until I did it. So. Yeah. But hey, you know, if eventually I make enough money to just do this, we'll call it a win. Call it a win. I'm going to drop down to 20.
Got my map.
To see,
I
brother.
know what I'm gonna do. Yes. Something fast.
Well, I'm reasonably fast, I guess.
Guess with something fast.
Honestly, that's the reason why I'm using the Lorraine 40T instead of the AMX 50, is because the main advantage is a little bit better upper front plate, but you're slower as a result. So it's just like, okay, it's a worse somewhat.
So Lorraine is just faster even. Okay, all right, yep.
It's faster, but it's much later on.
Gotcha. Which I think is fine. That's what I'd prefer. It's
At least I seem to remember that's why. I might be losing my mind. I'll have to check the stat card after this.
Find it hilarious, Omnis, you're bringing the 163.
What? It's, you know, it's mobile. It's got a gun.
Fucking American T-32E1 is faster than me. That is rough.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked.
Very fucked indeed.
Alright, this is going to be dangerous.
What's the worst that could happen?
I don't know why you would ask that.
I was expecting to be shot the moment you said that. Oh,
Like that?
speaking of which,
Yeah.
yeah.
It was slightly
Ow.
delayed, but it was there.
Oh, good. He hit me, not you with that.
No, he hit both of us.
Oh.
There were,
no. Did
there
he
were
pen
two of
through
them.
you? No, the second one, though.
Oh, the second one, yeah, that hit you. Of course, because I was looking to the side that RU-251 got around. By the way, Cyborg, watch out behind you.
Did you get fucked from
Oh,
A?
yep.
Well, that was good.
Oh, he is flanking hard, isn't he?
I scouted that RE251. He's still alive.
Come on, come on, come on.
There, I got him.
Oh, Cyborg, I just squeezed on it.
All right.
Yeah, it's probably the part I get fucked in it.
I hear a lot of fucking engines over here.
Somebody right
Yeah,
there.
unfortunately, we all died trying to get to where you are, so you're the only one. Good luck.
Horn's still alive.
Fair enough.
We'll see how long
Zelda,
that
did you spit a
lasts.
fucking backup in that thing?
Why not?
Why?
Get fucked.
I don't know. It's not like I fucking give a shit.
Fair enough. You're like me. You have like 200 of them by this point. But still.
Oh, look, I got a little L3 here helping me. How nice of him.
I mean, it's one of those things too, damn you, where like my investment in War Thunder is at like an all-time low. I don't care.
Fair enough.
Here's Cyborg, but I have no
These
engine.
retards not realize where I'm shooting them from.
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
fuck off. Where did
Yep.
that hit?
do not look the gift horse in the mouth, Cyborg.
I'm not.
Are
Fuck
there,
off. That didn't even explode inside my tank.
are there more down there? Oh,
Oh, I
God.
can hear him.
Fucking enemy
Yeah, there's
heli.
one right there.
Fucking enemy alley, go away.
I think making a pure electronic vehicle tank is a fucking stupid idea.
Yeah, that would be rather dumb.
Like making it so that they have the ability to use battery charge to maneuver, that I can certainly see useful. Both in terms of logistics and in terms of some battlefield utility. Because as it turns out, when you get rid of the engine part of a vehicle, it tends to be kind of quiet. There's a plane up, by the way. So if there's some idea of making it pure EV, that's stupid. If there's some idea of allowing
Yeah, he's behind a rock right
hybrid
now.
power, yeah, I can see the use of that. I don't think it's a bad idea.
2 planes up.
I'm gonna burn out now because I don't have a fire extinguisher. Son of a bitch.
Not if I can help it.
I'm trying to get to you, but I don't know
Oh,
if I'll
I
succeed.
pinned through the side of this tank and I get his loader.
Survive.
I ain't got much to do with it, you know. Nope.
Damn it.
Fucking 262 gets it.
I was trying to get there. AML's a little slow on the acceleration. Oh yeah, me 262 trying to get me now. You fucker.
Tell
I
him
hit
no.
the ground.
I tried to fire on the move
Bitch.
and I failed to hit it with any of my shots.
Well, I shall bring bomb.
Where's the second plane? There it is. Wow, you didn't hit the... I thought he would.
Thought he was gonna hit the ground.
Same.
Yeah, I think I get the feeling that the logistics of trying to keep electrical tanks up and running would be fucking nightmarish. The positive of any type of, you know, oil-based engine is that you can ship that shit around and you pour it in and it works.
Also, depending on what type of engine you're using. If you're using a turbine, it just needs hydrocarbons. It does not care what it is.
Yeah. Abrams
Yeah.
Cooper.
I also
It-
can't
it-
help but wonder. Oh, good.
Sorry. I was just going to say, like, turbines work with an octane number of between no and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can aerosol it and burn it, you're good.
You gotta understand that the idea of being environmentally friendly and the idea of going to war are not compatible ideas. Let it go.
Well, with that attitude.
It's just not how it works,
Is he
okay?
getting shot up by a fox?
Scimitar.
Oh,
I hit by a
God damn it.
scimitar.
Where's that scimitar, do you know?
I think he's
He was on like the side of A. Yeah.
Classic.
Roughly where zombie pointed.
I think he's the guy I killed earlier and he just brought us back up. I have HFARs if I can spot him.
But yeah, there's certainly some battlefield utility for it, especially considering tanks are probably going to have really good batteries anyways. I just don't think the energy density is there for it to make sense.
There's that, and also I wonder about the ramifications of having a battery, like a massive battery in your tank, given how flammable and explosive they tend to be.
Yeah, but the same thing can be said of fuel, so...
Yeah, but
It's one of those things where I think, like, yes, it's an issue, but it's also an issue that can be designed around.
yeah, you can design around it, but I wonder. I don't know enough about how batteries burn to tell you how much worse or better it would be than, you know, diesel.
Fair enough. Yeah, and that's certainly something to think about.
Sat in on my father's battery fire training once for his fire department, and boy, that was some interesting shit.
Yeah.
Like, after they get done being put out at the scene, they get taken to a pool where they're just submerged for days to ensure they don't reignite. Like, it's wild shit.
Cyborg, is anyone else to
Yeah.
see or is that it?
No, there's this guy right here.
Okay.
About to kill me.
The thing that I think would be kind of like a quote-unquote savior for that sort of thing is just the fact that if you're getting, like, if you're in a tank and it gets knocked out, it just needs to survive long enough for you to bail out.
You've been saved,
as
Sam.
opposed to,
Yeah.
So, like, that would probably minimize how much of the effect needs to be able to contain it. It just needs to, you know, stop it for a bit.
I guess though that would raise the question if it would make that vehicle then irrecoverable, because at least like with the Abrams that we had in Iraq that got damaged, they were still recoverable and repairable. But I don't know if that could be said if they had that battery issue.
I got crushed. Oh, God. SU-11, weird. Don't know why I did not move
Yeah.
for that thing.
I was going to mention, like, that would probably make recovery rates a lot lower.
Yeah,
Which
and
could be
that's where
cheap.
it's like, if it's worth, like, the question is if it's worth it at that point. And as I said, I don't even know, like, what they would do to try and reduce the impact of those things popping off. So, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can look electric power as the I'm trying to think how I'd word it. They're the fancy option. That's fancy isn't the word. What's the
Boy.
word for something you want but you don't need?
I mean, there's a lot of them. But
Extraneous?
essentially, because your audience may have enough autists in it to actually get this, if you follow Peru, and I think it would be under the bling term rather than the basics term.
Yeah.
So,
I don't have the tism.
which if you're at the point where we're talking about this, you probably at least tangentially know Peru.
Unless you're Hornet.
Unless you're Hornet.
Then you
The Hornet just sits here and
Hornet's no.
he lets the autist talk and it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, even Cyborg knows the Hooper is.
I do.
I get it, Cyborg. Y'all are smarter than me. Fight.
Okay, I'm not saying that by any stretch of the imagination. I am wholly retarded, all right? In my own special way.
We're all retarded in our own special ways, let's be honest.
That test I took today said I'm probably autistic, but that doesn't mean I'm smart.
I don't know.
Not every autist is a savant.
I don't know, Board Dude, if I appreciate the Homo Hornet tag.
Close enough.
Yeah.
Just guys being dudes or something.
These guys being dudes. Get him, Cyborg.
I didn't know if my fucking gun could penetrate his front plate or not at that range.
I see a heavy tank in C. I think it needs a bomb.
Why don't you shoot the fucker that's strafing me? How about that? How about you just handle that shit?
I mean, the other thing I'm thinking of is it might be, in terms of like having some ability to work on electrical power, it would probably make it easier for like in-base readjustments and shit like that. You don't have to worry about refueling or anything. You can just hook it up and then move it around a bit.
Yeah, I don't think that little positive is nearly enough to outweigh the sheer complexity.
It's I think the main thing was
Got him.
Was extending logistics in terms of how far it could go on a single tank, and a few other things. I think like silent redeployment was one of the things that was stated. There was a couple other ones. I can't remember them off the top of my head because I know I remember seeing a paper on it, and
okay, so
it was in relation. It was in relation to. So I remember, what the fuck was it? The German-French tank design, collaborative tank design, said that they were going to do it in terms of like creating a backup energy system or a backup electrical drive system. So it was like part of that. They said what all the benefits were, but I can't remember.
I wonder how Gaijin will model that, Swag.
There's an IS-2 right there.
Oh.
Oh. Fuck me.
But yeah, I fully admit this is the part where I'm just like where I'm sort of saying maybe, kind of, could be, but nothing actually that I'm really behind. In terms of thinking like, yes, I'm certain this is true.
Hey, didn't you know, Dr. Swag? Abrams are notoriously under-armored.
I mean, they kind of are, though, is the thing. Like, think of what they've been doing.
Okay, so here's my argument to that. Oh, God. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'm busy.
Like, whenever you're not busy with other shit.
Broadly speaking, my argument with this is that we know that America has piddled around with different experimental ideas on sticking really good armor in their Abrams, right? We know this. Yeah. We know that Gaijin has made all kinds of experimental versions of all kinds of tanks. So why can't we have, in the tech tree, and one of the experimental DU insert tough Abrams, so that the Americans have, for gameplay balance, a heavy tank that has good armor? Or sorry,
I'm not arguing.
Premium.
I'm not arguing against that at all.
Like, because you know, the Russians get all kinds of experimental vehicles that fill these different roles that they never actually fielded. And it's like, just balance. I think I've been on this 100 times, right? Make the game fun first. That's how you make a good video game, and Gaijin's lost that plot entirely, and it just pisses me off.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you at all. It's just basically because I've seen enough arguments on the other side where it's like, oh, America, number one fucking budget, therefore tanks should have good armor. It's like, no,
America could.
No, they've been doing coin for the last 30 fucking years.
Yeah.
That kind of impacts what your priorities are.
America could have number one armor. America doesn't because we haven't needed it. And it'd be ridiculous to bother because we're just the worst we're facing is IEDs and RPGs, really.
This reminds me tangentially of the massive time bomb that the U.S. Air Force has to deal with having, due to coin bullshit, delayed the retirement and replacement of huge chunks of the Air Force by significant margins.
Yeah, but I will say the F-35 has done a huge job in alleviating that, because it means they can just be like, all right, we're going to buy 60,000 of this.
Yeah. Put the F-35 in, it'll handle just about any role. Go.
This is true. I mean, like the F-35 works wonderfully for these purposes. The concern, obviously, though, is that isn't the F-35 order backlog stretching like 5 or 6 years at this point?
Yeah.
And we have hundreds of additional planes that need to retire in the very near future.
I guess it depends on
To be
the...
honest, one of the things I expect to see coming out of the U.S. Air Force is a sort of low intensity aircraft, if that makes sense. So some combination of the F-15 and the F-16.
Yeah, more
like
conventional, less focused on stealth and stuff,
Like, because both of those, like the airframe for both of those things is pushing like, what, 50 now? 60?
Yeah, F-15's over
Something
50,
like that.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, that's what the EX is for, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
so
true.
It's like, I could see that being one of those things where it's like a lot of the aircraft that need to get replaced would just be like, okay, well, we don't need a tip of the spear. We need a flying, we just need a flying missile battery.
Come on, do the funniest thing ever and just use the fucking Cessna.
Ow. Son of a
I mean,
bitch.
that is one of the things.
Something
for
shot me down that
Pointless, I
way.
think.
Okay.
And
that
yeah,
close to
that's what.
No, down that line.
Zombie said.
Okay.
Swag. Yep. There's something with an autocannon down there.
Cyborg, brother. Okay.
What?
I thought my engine's out. I'm just rolling, and I barely made it into cap.
Oh.
T-44.
I was about to scream for pull, but okay. I
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
wait till we cap and stick my head out to get blown off.
What is your favorite transition metal? I'm not the autist. I don't even know what that means. You guys?
Don't look at me.
Oh god, it's one of the in the periodic table. It's categorized. There's certain categories of elements.
Yeah, is that talking about like the Is that talking about like the one that's in the center of the table, or is that talking about the ones that are like between metals?
Oh,
and
I don't fucking remember. I was never a chemistry. Like I took chemistry. I had fun with chemistry, but I was not a chemist.
I know the autism's important, but hold on. This is super important. You got kissed by a girl today. Is she flirting with you? It depends. You don't know. It's a woman.
Yeah, well, hold on a
You
second.
don't know. We don't
Could be
know.
a guy.
That'd be
Just
Canadian.
saying.
That's
Could be a
the
guy.
that's this community in a nutshell right there.
Yeah, we don't know. Let's talk about the context, Dimitri. Under what context did she kiss you?
IS-4.
Oh no.
IS-4.
I will hide behind Amy.
Zombie can ask his girlfriend. Go ahead. Explain the context.
She's not in the room right now, although I'd ask her.
Oh god.
You just got fucked with T-55 from
You
somewhere,
little
I think.
fuck-
Yep,
From
right
spawn.
there.
Spawn. Left side spawn.
Left spawn. Well,
I see it.
shit.
I think I see it. I see it back up so the IS-4 can't get me. There we go. Got the loader of the cannon breach. Anyways. Back to the autism for a second. I don't remember. I did chemistry. I only kind of enjoyed it. And then I proceeded to do physics, so. Apparently there's 4 mice coming down the center of the map.
Okay, see, the bigger question actually right now, Dimitri, is that you should probably be asking is she crazy?
Yeah. Where does she fit on the hot crazy metric?
Look, is there much of a fucking choice at this point? Just take what you can get, man.
Take what you can get. Somebody right here.
Okay, look, like, talking from experience, knowing how some of the girls in JROTC were when I was in high school.
Oh god. Yeah, because
I have concerns.
There tends to be this like interest in excitement, which does not translate very well to like stable and healthy relationships sometimes. So, she's sweet, huh? Stop it, bored dude. Stop it. That's not helpful.
Look, I'm gonna be honest, man. I've been busy basically my entire life with doing literally anything but romance. So, I think that might be coloring my reactions a little.
Okay,
Just,
well,
you know, possibly.
the outside perspective here is, yes, it means something, Dimitri, but,
Oh
be
no,
careful.
Ba.
Oh, God.
Oh no, Ba. Look, I mean, you
Oh
know.
god, that's an IS-6.
as people age, they mature, and I'm sure Mrs. Boz is just fine now. Not that I'm, oh God.
Yeah, my girlfriend's saying, okay, but like, ROTC girls are like nurses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like...
Not all of them. They're all good nurses here and there, but, you know, you gotta go to the trends, right? The generalization.
You need... Dimitri, be extremely careful.
Where the fuck are we all getting...
There's a high correlation between ROTC girl and the girl who's gonna key your fucking car.
Look, some people are into that. That's why people date Latinas.
Is it the keying itself?
People are into the key in the car.
Yeah, is it the keying itself, or is it something else?
It's the craziness.
I'm having such a hard time right now fucking seeing enemies.
Oh God, that's a mouse.
Like, what kind of, like, mouse? Like a Logitech, or...
Okay, Zom.
The kind that fires at you.
Oh, so it's Chinese.
Sure, whatever.
Oh my God, China.
I really wish I had more ammo right now.
The mouse from China.
Okay, Dimitri, but, like, we are giving you some sage advice here.
Yeah, be very careful about the whole we're in the same club, so we're family kind of thing, you know? Like, that's all well and good until you get romance involved, and all that goes out the fucking window, I promise you.
And then it's all fun.
It's all
Oh, right,
fucked.
my mouse. I should probably plug that in.
But also, Dimitri is young, so go have fun and go, like, learn some lessons.
It's true. Learn some life lessons. You'll go in.
Go be stupid. Don't do anything permanent. Don't add to the population. Don't subtract from the population. Everything is fine.
Look, that's some really good advice. Do not add or subtract from the population.
I heard that was the advice that was the orders that some sergeant would give their privates on their first leave, or really any leave.
Yep.
I also heard about Marines.
Yep. That makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Back to I don't really think what the U.S. needs is a Gen 4.5. What they need is they just need something that can carry a big fuck off missile and is cheap to fly.
The Cessna.
Yeah, look, I mean,
and it goes fast enough to actually boost the missile.
objectively, yes, especially with what the F-35 does right now. So there's something up there up close, you know, spotting shit and then carrying the missiles that the guys in the back just lob. So yeah,
because it's like you've got the medium end, the medium to high end. You got the medium with the F-35. You got the high end with the F-22. Oh shit, there's radar SPAA.
That's not good. I don't like that.
Board dude, no, they do exist, they just don't talk to you.
Oh, God. Zombie, be nice.
Get fucked, Taylor Mao.
No, sorry.
Be nice.
Was that too honest?
Be nice to chat, you fuck.
Well, he's asking.
So it's all gay, Dimitri? What you're saying? It's all gay?
Oops, all gay.
No. You look like
Hopefully that's in the right area.
I wish
darn.
these fucking clouds would go away so I can see shit.
Yeah, you get used to it. Try getting shot at by radar SPA while you're trying to figure out where the hell the enemy is.
Radar SPA's on A somewhere. I got some hits for nothing on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think that like just going from the drawing board and starting again might be a better idea. But I think that might solve a lot of the US's issues with like that middle capability problem and the time bomb of the planes.
Yeah, I mean, my issue, my from what I've heard of the issue really isn't having a capable airframe to
I'll take it.
swap with. It's just that they need a lot of whatever airframe that is, and they need it ideally like right now.
I mean,
to avoid a big capability gap.
Is that the is that gonna be part of the 1.5 billion spending? I only got partway through that part video.
Not really.
That might be an issue.
Kind of, sort of. It's essentially the only thing that's really allocated to that issue is another chunk of money to keep current airframes running. That the Air Force isn't being allowed by Congress to retire anyway, so it's kind of just money to allow them to follow through on what Congress has already told them they can't do. But that doesn't really fix the problem.
Dimitri, you're not my dad. You can't tell me where I can and can't fly. Fuck you.
Which obviously kind of goes back to, obviously that kind of goes back to, yeah, the F-35 is great, but like the production line is backed up for like 5 years or 6 years or something insane. and we kind of need the planes now.
Yeah, it's like, and even then, it doesn't really actually it actually doesn't fill some of the capability gap that's going to be created when a lot of those airframes retire.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit, our team is.
They really need to replace the
overworked.
A10.
Yeah, and I seem to recall.
I'm retarded. Shit. Son of a bitch, guys.
But part of the reason why Congress has not allowed them to replace the A10 is because there's a capability gap there too that is, at this point, looking like it'll be fulfilled by the Cessna, like legitimately, like a light strike aircraft with good loiter time.
Yep, like that's honestly, it's like you could probably fulfill with the buff at that point.
Well, you could, but I also
Not even being ironic.
How many flight hours are we good to keep putting on those fucking airframes?
Yeah, but it's like if you look at the goals it's supposed to fulfill, it needs to be
Shit.
uncontested
Son of a
airspace
bitch.
that is protected and doesn't have anything that's gonna be firing back at it, and it needs to be able to drop precision munitions.
Are you guys all hangered?
Oh, and good loiter time. So yeah.
Okay.
You could probably do it with a buff. I feel like at that point though it kind of becomes a question of cost effectiveness of like, okay, we need one JDAM. So from a cost effective point of view, it'd be nicer to have a small plane that can carry 1 or 2 JDAMs instead of 50 JDAMs.
Oh, absolutely. But the thing is, like, at that point, does an A10 actually only ever carry 1 JDAM, or does it go loaded out most of the time and then loiter, just dropping shit whenever it's useful? So
that's true. I mean, I'm just thinking though from a purely like I can imagine a number of situations where it's like, yes, we could send a B-52 filled with 50 JDAMs, but like we don't need to.
The classic.
Hornet, I'm still in the match.
Yeah, I saw.
Wow, Hornet, what the fuck, you bitch?
The classic broken arrow conundrum. Do I need all this ordnance on this plane, or can I bring it in cheaper?
Yes. But yeah, so I agree. It's just me like pointing out, like, besides like the Cessna, which I do agree with you, which is fucking hilarious. There exists options to replace the A10 at this point, in basically every category. So
yeah, no, at this point now that we have the Cessna, there's no reason to not just get rid of it.
Later, swag.
And I suspect I suspect the moment Congress allows it, the Air Force will just drop kick the A10 and just be like, goodbye, we need this budget for other things.
The end of an era. Beautiful A10.
Yeah. The British will no longer fear us, unfortunately.
Whatever are we gonna do without all that friendly fire?
I know.
It's responsible for so much blue.
I know, but yeah. So I don't know what the Air Force is gonna do about the retiring airframes problem, but Lamal, they better figure it out.
Figured out.
I mean, so far what the Navy is doing is just dropping it off the side of a carrier and claiming it's an accident.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Mr. President, a second F-18 has fallen off the carrier.
Just horrible timing. Oh, the arrestor wire snapped.
Look, these things happen, guys, okay? I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, they do, but it's a lot funnier to insinuate like this.
Yeah.
Where are you going, Cyborg?
I mean,
What's that?
it is
Just asking where you're going. He, like, cuts across everyone.
It is a shame that Europe has no fucking defense industrial base at all, because it would be very convenient if the United States could be like, we'll order like 400 Typhoons.
Yeah, just to
a
stop
replacement for the F-16. Yeah.
Honestly, if I was going to replace the F-16, I'd probably go for a Gripen.
My only concern with the Gripen is scale, but if we're ignoring scale, then who cares? Yeah, I'd go with the Gripen.
Yeah, we're at this point we're talking about fancy anyway, so you might as well specify what color unicorn you want.
This is fair. So
Orange.
yeah, no, I know.
I want orange.
Red.
Yeah. But yeah, under the assumption that scale doesn't really matter and no one gives a shit about logistics, yeah, the Gripen would be better. But like from the perspective of, within the realm of reality, it would be convenient if it were a Typhoon because then you maintain a lot of interoperability with the rest of NATO.
It is worth noting, I believe Korea has a few light jet aircraft that are like that. A, Europe is acquiring, and B, are where the fuck are you shooting? That both Europe is acquiring and are relatively modern. I think Poland is buying a bunch of them. So That might be worth considering.
That could work. But regardless, the spotted thing out there.
What is that?
I'm not quite sure, but I think it's light.
Okay, cool.
Regardless, the real issue anyway is that I don't think the U.S. government would ever order like a foreign aircraft as a main. Ow! It's an Object 120.
Is it main owl? Well, yeah, fair enough.
Yes. As a main workhorse in the
Army.
Or in the
Top attack,
military,
solid
I
AP.
should say.
Your problem, Cyborg?
Yeah,
gonna say?
you're probably right. And to be honest, I don't blame them. It's one of those things where they'd probably sooner give the contract to like, who made the F-35? That's Lockheed Martin, right?
Yeah, 35 is locked.
Northrop Grumman is still a thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that might be like, it might be that it's going to go to them or something.
Maybe.
I'd say Boeing, but Boeing has a few issues on it.
Hmm.
Ow.
But they did just get the new F-47 or whatever, so.
Was that a bomber aircraft? I can't remember. Was that the NGAD? Oh, right. That's the F-47,
NGAD.
so it's the NGAD, yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's gonna be
So-
a fucking shit show.
Can't wait. But yeah, the
Oh shit.
regardless, it's unfortunately us and China are the only two nations in the world who have the capability of spitting out a reasonable number of aircraft in a reasonable amount of time, and we're not going to order aircraft from China for obvious reasons, and we're here already completely booked out for 5 to 7 years. So Lamau.
Cyborg, were you getting pushed when you died or no?
No, he was hiding behind another tank. I didn't see him, but he is tracked.
You have a problem? Or
I got lots of shit like looking at me from here. At least 3.
See what I can do, but I remember most of those were heavy though, which is the issue.
Yeah, I don't know what's
At least
coming
for
at
me,
me through
not
the
the
city
zombie.
right now.
Okay.
Radar SPA and use Zombie.
Oh shit, someone didn't be with me.
Pull out
What the
of that,
fuck?
or... No, you didn't.
Oh fuck! I missed him. I got his tracks. He's stuck.
Oh, I'm going to die now. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Fuck, hide. Can anyone
enemy?
close me on B? There's a guy right next to me.
I can't give you pass there. Got the martyr that was incoming. Turning around to see if I can try and...
Okay, he's not pushing me
Spot
anymore,
the
so I got a second. He's middle.
Oh yeah,
middle.
I see him.
Dead center.
That's too heavily armored for me to get.
Yeah. Tom, you got some?
He's right there.
Nope.
You fuck.
It's a fucking radar escape.
I can't
if I
go
can't
the
do a
other
turnover.
way, because the guys back there will probably hit me. I'm asking to die here, but let's... Non-pin his side, of course.
I managed to... I fucked up his transmission and a few of his turns.
Alright. Got him, thank you. It was all that stuff obstructing his view. With all the smoke, I just pushed out, he didn't see me go. Worked
Nice.
out nicely. That's
Is that
low.
friendly? Yes. Yeah, that's why I asked about, Northrop Grumman, because do they have anything that's booking their production capacity at the moment?
Good God, this thing is
Isn't
inaccurate.
Northrop Grumman doing the new bomber replacement, the stealth bomber? Or
Yeah,
am I
the
thinking-
B-21, but that's a very specific thing.
It is, but I seem to recall more budget. Part of the budget here was allocated to more of those, seemingly implied at least, based on the Peruvian video.
That could be, and as I said, like I haven't actually got through it.
It's part of the nuclear triad stuff. A big, like a quarter of the nuclear triad budget that was allocated is going to more of those, in some
Honestly-
way, shape, or form. Maybe not more airframes, but more something there.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me too, because I seem to remember that they were looking at using it to get JDAMs closer to ships.
Yeah.
So it's like you could deliver, you could get a low, like a low, what's the word I'm looking for? Not complexity, but like low capability munition. Just deliver it closer.
Yeah. So I mean, but based on that, it's very possible that that may result in Northrop Grumman also being booked out for the next 4 to 6 years.
The thing is, I'm not so sure about that though, because like those are not small aircraft, right?
No, they're quite large.
And
That's
like what we're
quite big.
talking about is, oh shit. And what we're talking about is like light jet aircraft, right?
Yeah, I guess my concern or question there essentially comes down to, well, do they have factories for light aircraft that are separate?
I would assume that like some of the capability is like because like what did they make beforehand? Do you remember?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I have to go look.
Because I imagine like some of it would be made in that's meant to be smaller aircraft, and you can't just convert that shit immediately on the fly. So it might be one of those things where it's like if they commit to something in the relatively short term, it might be enough for them to keep smaller production lines open instead of shuttling in and then retooling for large aircraft in lower numbers.
Whoever's on C, you got something like that.
It's possible. I don't even know how long it's been since Northrop has made another aircraft that isn't a bomber.
That's true. Are they very heavy on bombers?
Well, didn't they make the predecessor? Hold on.
B2?
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'm gonna look it up because I'm gonna...
Oh god.
Motherfucker, every time I turn around this fucking
Shit.
corner, I keep getting shot by something in their spawn.
Cyborg. That was a very... I don't think he doesn't see you at all, Cyborg, so you can probably take him.
Yep.
And yeah, that is interesting, Ba, because that would imply that essentially it might actually be considering retiring the buff, which that might open up a requirement for a replacement for just like a relatively low cost, high capacity bomb sled, unless they're gonna do the thing that Zombie and I were memeing about like 8 months ago, where they just replace the buff with the fucking starship.
The whole thing bothers me. We waste so much money on all this fraud and bullshit going on. Meanwhile, we're desperately, well, we can't upgrade this, we can't move to this in the military because, you know, it costs too much money. It's like,
So, I'm doing a very quick Google here, and I'm using the AI overview, so please take this with a lot of salt.
Okay. Yeah, I do the same thing, but it's just like basically napkin arguments.
Yeah, but so Northrop has the B2 and did the B2 and is doing the B-21. Apparently, they do some parts of the F-35, so some of the fuselage, radar, and a couple other minor systems. They do some drones, so like the RQ-4 Global Hawk, apparently.
Interesting.
They did the Prowler, I don't know if that's still in production, and then they did the F-18.
So yeah, basically the only thing I could think of that would be is the Global Hawk, replacing that with fighter production. Oh,
yeah,
fuck.
but presumably whatever fighter production they have available is part of that F-35 work, considering the F-35 lines are booked out till fucking forever.
Yeah, but that's... Oh, I guess, yeah, because they're talking about fuselage, so...
Yeah.
Cyborg, I'm not sure if there's... Fuck, there's someone back there. I just lost my gun. To the left, to the left! Cyborg, to your left!
Yep. I couldn't get my fucking gun up in time.
I mean, it's a problem a lot of men have as they get older.
yeah, don't be ashamed of that. It happens.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It doesn't make you any less of a man, Cyborg.
Speaking from experience there, Hornet.
Oh, God.
This godforsaken martyr... Okay, good. I'm glad somebody else got it. The fucking martyr nearly got me twice when somebody else...
I get the Type 60 after the game's over. I'm sad. Very sad indeed.
Very, very sad. Yeah, like I just don't know if Northrop really has spare production for a whole new fighter.
I think it'd be one of those things where it's like you could probably get it if you were willing to commit to a long-term contract. You could get it relatively quickly.
Yeah.
God.
I vote that we change BR, by the way.
Okay, what do you want? What do you want to play, babe? 12L for Cyborg?
I mean, that's true. Cyborg is here, and I do like making Cyborg suffer for being here.
Yeah.
4-7.
4-7?
I think it's more of us. I think you suffer yourself more than you make me.
4-7.
Oh, good to know,
4-7?
Redneck. Good update. 4-7. What nation are you doing 4-7 at?
The British.
British. Okay, I could technically do a Russian.
Yeah, I mean, technically speaking, regardless of the current production capabilities, if the money was there, we could probably make it work. Like, we could build the additional production facilities to make it happen. But I don't know if the money is there.
Yeah, there is that to worry about.
I mean, it's a good sign that we're allocating an additional $150 billion to various things, but...
That seems like it's more shipbuilding, though. It sounds like.
A big chunk of it is, but there's definitely appetite for other stuff in there. It's mainly the Army that gets fucked, but the Air Force and the Navy get a good lot of things.
Well, I think I will do a Russian, I guess. No, I'll try an Italian, see how much this pisses me off. I'm gonna build another preset real quick, I think.
What sort of other makers do you have in the aeronautics space? Like, there's Cessna. What else? Do you have like any small body jets?
Aircraft. 1 second. Let's look. Aircraft manufacturers in the United States.
Jesus, that's a lot.
That's a pretty good number. But of course the question is how many of them are large enough to matter.
It's like you questioned the power of the military-industrial complex. I'm a little insulted.
I mean, admittedly, the military-industrial complex has been a little underfunded since the end of the Cold War.
Well, we're fixing it. We're fixing it, Tom.
Boeing. Why did they list Boeing 3 times? What the fuck?
Boeing subsidiaries or something, maybe? I don't know. Redneck, you do not have an excuse. You are not excused, young man.
The Grumman Raytheon, apparently.
Raytheon does aircraft?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I forget what they do, but they work in... I don't think they actually make any like aircraft, but they do parts and shit.
That makes sense.
Gulfstream looks like they might have some ability to do small scale aircraft. It looks like they do business jets.
Yeah.
Redneck, look, I have to interject my stream chat interaction in between gaps of autism, so I have an excuse for being late on responses. Fuck you.
Sikorsky is under Lockheed Martin, then there's Boeing again, then there's Lockheed Martin again, and then there's Texatron Aviation Co. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've heard of that one before, definitely.
Oh, they do Cessnas. Okay, so they might actually... Ironically enough, they might actually be there.
Well, now.
I'm going to see, brothers.
Yeah, if essentially I could see Gulfstream maybe being able to do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Of course, I also wonder, like, how large a capacity for aircraft production we actually have. And I
not enough for any high-intensity conventional work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, looking, because it's like, we certainly don't have the ability to produce aircraft on the same kind of scale of, like, World War II. And World War II may be a bit excessive because of how much... Yeah, no one does. And, of course, things have gotten a lot more advanced since then, and the numbers have gone down, generally speaking, for systems. But, it wouldn't surprise me at all if the airframe situation is much the same as the munitions situation.
Yeah. That's also something I think that a lot of countries should take away from Grey War. Like, unlike the drone thing, I don't think that you can really learn this hard enough. Have the slack production capacity required.
It's very funny, because this happens every time there's a major war anywhere.
Yes, because everyone thinks it'll be different this time because insert reason here, and then it never fucking is.
Logistics wins wars.
Guys. It won't be a war of attrition that requires, all of the resources ever.
It's always over by Christmas.
So, I have something to ask the two autists here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Oh, here we go.
Just from something I kind of was listening to with Cappy Arms and a couple other, like, very heavily military-focused content creators. A couple of them that have been over to Ukraine and whatnot, like Cappy has.
Yeah.
They were talking about the use of drones in Ukraine and the issues that follow them. But none of them really saw the use of drones as being a paradigm shift for how warfare will be fought. They all kind of agreed on that it's a big problem right now, but that once a solution's found, it's going to make them null and void, and then they won't be a problem again.
I think that's overly simple. Sorry, what's your question? I just want to make sure.
I just kind of was seeing if you guys kind of were along the same line of thinking, or if you agreed or disagreed and stuff like that.
I think.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead, Danny. You start.
Okay. My reaction to that is essentially, I think they're right. It's not going to be a paradigm shift, but I think they're underselling the impact in that it's going to be a, oh, well, then we're going to figure out the counter and then it'll be gone forever type thing. Mm-hmm. I think that the impact of drones, especially considering that you're going to need to have some form of hard kill, as we're already moving towards man out of the loop operations, is going to be an issue, and I don't think it's something you can solve by just figuring out multi-spectrum jamming or some shit. So it is going to force active and constant countermeasures to be formed, in the same way that it's like, yes, heat warheads had a countermeasure form in the sense of having composite armor, and how that counters their use, and why we're back to using kinetic energy as the primary armor defeating shell, but that still requires it to constantly be around. And as well, I think it's currently overused right now, because a lot of the roles they fill are roles that you would get with an aircraft. Because the Ukraine war, nobody has air superiority, so we're back to World War I, basically.
Well, aircraft or artillery, yeah.
I mean, they sort of have artillery, but they don't have the aircraft, so the whole idea...
Well, they have artillery, but I mean, they don't have as much artillery as would be ideal. Like, the implication I've gotten from reading about this crap all the time is that drones are not necessarily ideal for fires against, infantry targets and whatnot, but they're better than nothing. And while Ukraine doesn't have a complete shell shortage anymore, they don't have enough shells and barrels to just shoot at everything they'd like to.
Yeah, but the thing I'd say there is I think part of the reason why RD is getting leaned on so heavily is because they don't have the air support required.
Yeah, no, this is true, but I'm saying that, like, I think that the bottleneck for artillery has made drones more prominent than they otherwise would be, even in this circumstance.
Oh, okay, fair. But basically, the long and the short of it is that I think they are a bit overhyped compared to where they will be, because we're at the early World War I stage of tank development, where it's like, well, we don't know what the fuck we're doing and we don't know how to counter it, so we're just throwing shit at the wall, and some of it works, some of it doesn't. Fuck, that was a plane. But I don't think it'll go away. I think that they do have a place on the modern battlefield, even if it's just stuff like allowing better situational awareness for tanks or something like that. What the fuck was that power flicker? Anything that you would change, that you would disagree with there?
No, I'd say that's all. I'd say pretty accurate. I think that yes, they're horrendously overhyped at the moment, but also they have legitimately useful roles. And I think it's a little silly for someone to be like, no, they're going to get completely phased out, because admittedly there are some things that drones can do that they just do better than a comparable asset.
Oh, I know a parallel. It's like the missile coming out, and then people being like, well, planes are obsolete, so we don't need them anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, they're useful, yes, they're still a mainstay and used in a lot of different places, but no, they didn't make the entire idea of aircraft obsolete and completely useless like a lot of people thought they would.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just another consideration. Certainly, I would not be surprised if in the next major war, drones go from what they are right now, like being accounting for like 60% of the fucking casualties to infantry, down to like 30% or less. But they're not going to go away.
Oh, that's pretty shit. That's pretty. Oh.
Yeah, I definitely oversimplified their arguments, because they mainly just meant in offensive capabilities. They still saw them as being viable for reconnaissance and other things, but just not as they are now, where they're just flying around with fucking grenades strapped to them as a primary source of hunter killer, essentially.
Oh yeah, no, that's ghetto gunship territory, where it's like,
yeah.
we don't have the proper assets, so we're sorting it out. I do think, in terms of light fire support, the idea of, for example, this was one that I talked about a while, and I don't actually know if it's going to be a thing, but I think it's an interesting idea. Something like replacing mortar carriers with drone carrier, and the so it's like it's very short range, specialized fire support from a vehicle base.
Tom, can you cut left?
That would be something that would be useful or not.
Left?
Can you take him to your left so I can slot in?
You can also cut towards me. I'm diving towards you, Zumply.
Okay, you're good. You're good. Now I just gotta catch up here. I'm taking the rear one, damn you, because he's close to me.
Roger. I'm trying to catch up, but this is... Oh, there's one behind you. I'm gonna go
Yeah,
after.
shit. Alright. Got one off Zom. I'm trying to chase the other one down. Nope, my
Oh,
wrong.
fuck. Nope.
I never saw that third one behind me.
Fucking yak. I hate yaks.
We hates is the axis. Yeah, I never saw the fucking IL. It's very sad because I was looking for people.
Fuck. Fucking yak.
Correct. Yeah.
There was one in front of me that I was going after, and then the yak came behind me. It's just a conga line of stupidity.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think we talked about this in the last stream. I don't think Sever was here for it, but essentially, drones is in their current implementation, their primary implementation relies a lot on the fact that the war is static. There's like FPV drones, I think, are as popular as they are in all their forms because nothing's really moving all that quickly. So a lot of their big downsides or drawbacks aren't really problems. There's limited range and slow.
There's also the fact that it's like a lot of the countermeasure. They don't have a lot of countermeasures or predators because pretty much everything, like most forms of air defense, have been centralized around the idea of we're shooting down something expensive. There's almost no possible way for the target to be worth less than the missile we're lobbing at it. So let's just fucking load her to the titties with expensive shit because we need capability. So it's like a lot of the possible air defense is just too expensive to be worth it. And P8.
Huddle together for protection.
So there's also that. So a lot of the natural predators of drones that would otherwise be there, gepards, spags, that sort of thing, just aren't.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm trying to get it to bomb near me so that it doesn't go after you guys. Oh, hit. Oh, it was using Fab 500s, or yeah, 500s, not 5,000.
Tell him that guy's pushing.
Read for that. Drones
Okay.
Japan design
Oh, you
civilian
fuck. You
market.
let me
Yeah,
down.
there is that too, where it's like civilian versus.
Well, I'm gonna die.
and-
I didn't realize you died on me, Zom, you bitch.
fuck you. Frankly, something that I think drones emphasize that I think probably warrants a little bit more discussion. And Perun talks about this, in some of his stuff about the idea of like a high-low mix or whatever. But
yeah.
we have had at least in the West, a very bad habit of moving everything towards the high end of the spectrum while completely forgetting the low end is still useful and in fact important.
Yeah, it's because everyone shits themselves the moment there's a loss, in terms of like the civilian morale. So it sort of naturally tends towards the high end because that's what keeps people from
Dying.
from dying, and then the civilian populace from shitting themselves and saying, "Oh, we don't want to be involved in this conflict anymore."
Yeah, which is valid, but like, and stuff like I don't know, artillery shells being a great example of like having no capability whatsoever to produce a lot of dumb munitions, even though it'd be very useful. But also in other places like, other kinds of cheap fires delivery options just don't really exist because Lamau. God
Yeah.
damn it.
Where the fuck is that plane? Oh, there it is. Microprocessor is up there. I mean, arguably, jet engine was something that was developed primarily because military, right?
Yeah, primarily. The concept of a jet engine was around, before that, but like it really got the funding it needed to get going because of World War II.
So
it probably would have been made anyway eventually, but
Well, I mean, the same thing we said for like the microprocessor. So,
Microprocessor, jet engine, just off the most recent ones. I'm sure there's fuck. What else? I know there's a lot. Assembly line was that. What's the question? Oh, biggest, most important invention from recent history: the internal combustion engine.
Yeah, I mean, there you go. That's a big one.
Either that or the steam engine. Those will be the two options.
Yeah.
And arguably, the internal combustion engine is an extension of the steam engine, but technicalities.
Oh my God, Sam.
Did you consider penicillin an invention?
Ooh, that would be a good one. Penicillin, Bohr-Haber process. What else?
Trains said, I mean, he's got a point. Trains are pretty awesome.
Yeah, I consider them like a an extension of the steam engine, though. That's 90. If I don't have a fighter aircraft, I'm not spawning again.
Yep.
Yep, I don't, so I'm not.
But yeah, so let's see here. Middleton only really became half decent in 2010. Modern system again. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Drones have been approaching this point for a while, but it's been kind of a smooth progression.
Smooth. Okay. You ready for round again? I got smart, Zom. I finally realized why I was not wanting to play Italians, because the fucking Yak 9K. It's 4-7. Forgot about that. I should have been playing Russia the whole time. I'm going to buy it out.
You switch to Russians, that way I can use it.
Yep. 9K so we can be OP at Cap and Cass. Zom, are you still in the game?
Yes,
You fuck, hurry up.
Probably die in a moment. Fuck you.
I have joined the
dark side. Try Russia 4-7.
Oh, good. Yes, let's all bring Russia first.
Yes.
Let's see if we can get 3 Yak 9Ks up at once. Demoralize the
enemy.
enemy.
Fair and balanced.
Yeah.
I don't have a Yak 9K, and I fucking hate Russian tanks. So.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Fortunately, I really need to get armored targets still. You get HFAP, huh? Which is actually a bad idea, right? You want just the ground target.
Just get targets. HFAP is shit.
Yeah, you want
HFAP shatters on too much shit is the problem.
That and, with the 45, you fucking want the armor, the high explosive filler.
Yeah, because it's broken.
Yeah. It's absolutely busted. Because Gaijin would never do an unbalanced decision like that.
No, never.
No, never.
Meanwhile, the Germans still suffer without their good pen on their HFAP.
I'm glad they took away Germans, pen, because that was a bit OP. That was too much.
Oh yeah, that was too much. Yeah.
It was absolute ass can.
I don't think it was quite as egregious as the fucking Russian 45, but it was pretty bad.
It depended on the time. There were times where it was legitimately that egregious because it was just so common. Whereas the 45 APHE is only like 3 aircraft, I think. So
I would argue too, though, that there was a bit of a balancing factor involved there, and that like the German planes are not nearly as deadly in the cast role. Like Yaks, for instance. You meet a Yak at low altitude, it's going to fuck your day. Wow.
I'm gonna be honest. And in the air-to-air roll as well.
Yeah. So I'm saying like they can't. The German planes could not defend themselves nearly as well as the Russian cast planes can.
I mean, the 229 was a thing.
Yeah, but also, Lamau, what rudder authority?
Yeah.
Fair.
But we're talking about like the basic macro scale. If you were facing a German aircraft that was flying CAS, you tended to have the advantage, because if you got a 109 or a Focke-Wulf or anything else, the general stuff, low on the deck as it's doing bomb runs, you tended to fuck its day. And
yeah, you could still argue that's like energy advantage the thing, but that's not an objective thing.
That's not how it tended to work, unfortunately.
Fuck, did I leave this stream? Here it is. In terms of HE and APHE and their planes, most other nations just kind of didn't have cannons big enough for it to make sense in most cases.
Yeah.
Either that, or they was like in an anti-shipping rule like you got with the PDY.
Yeah, and unfortunately too, for all of us War Thunder players, aircraft-based anti-tank was really not actually all that effective.
Oh, it was not good at all.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I kind of wish they translated that a little better. You still want to be able to kill tanks because it's fun, but like, I think they made it too easy. I don't know how they would fix that.
Just that I think the main issue is just that there's nothing to keep planes high up.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know in World War II what there might have been to keep planes from releasing like 50 meters off the ground, besides basic self-preservation, but. I'm gonna assume that people fire their 30-06 as a plane that's flying 100 meters, or less off the ground. It probably becomes effective when you've got like a 30-man squad or platoon or whatever down there shooting up at it. So you don't want to just live your life on the deck anyhow.
There's that. I think one of the big issues though with War Thunder and why so much dumb ordnance is so fucking effective is third-person view.
That is a big one.
That's very fair. Because you can see under your nose and shit, yeah.
Yeah, like I know exactly like how close the ground is. I don't have to worry about that shit when I'm using third-person view in a ground RB. So I can get really fucking low and still be confident I'm not gonna hit the fucking ground.
That and most people that play this game would be absurd combat uses.
Thank you, Ba.
Thank
you, Ba. Love you.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Open top over there. The 15 centimeter.
I took the loader off of that guy. And then died. I did not see that guy.
I don't know about you. I have like 3,000 hours in this game. That is almost a year of combat experience.
Yeah.
And that's like not transporting around, not running random missions, just straight
combat
experience.
Yeah. One cap and I get a yak.
You'd have a very spicy flavor of PTSD.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. So it's like how many aircraft pilots in how many CAS pilots in World War II would have that much time on all aspects of it, knowing and being able to fly enemy aircraft, flying friendly aircraft.
That's true.
Being able to die and not lose their experience.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter which side you were on, you didn't have pilots doing all that many missions compared to what we do in the game, because on the American side they got pulled back to be trainers, and on the other sides they tended to die after 50 missions or something. So
yeah, there's a target out this way, by the way.
Oh, I can yak 9K it.
Because that is something to consider, in terms of the why is it so effective? Also because we're fucking cracked compared to the average person that would be able to fly back then. On top of the thing that's only mentioned about third-person view.
Yeah, that's also actually a very good point. How good were you? People meme on how easy it is to kill things with, especially bombs and CAS, right? And I get it, but also how good were you your first, say 10 missions?
Yeah, pretty shit.
Doing that.
Pretty
right?
Darn shit. Ask Knight how she's doing running airplanes.
Oh no! How many missions did the average U.S. pilot in World War II fly before they sent him home? I know what bomber crews had 25 missions.
25. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so how good were you after your 25th bomb drop on a?
Oh god!
Tank?
In front of us, Cyborg.
Yep. I can't see him. Nice.
Another one, M6.
Enemy plane up Hornet.
Oh, I see it underneath me. Yep.
Ow.
Oh boy.
We're about to do unspeakable things to this plane.
It is a fat Corsair. Yes.
Not before it did unspeakable things to me though.
Well, I mean. Had to.
Oh, he's just no, I'm gonna crash.
Okay.
I think he knew he couldn't get away, and he's just fuck it.
Problem, Cyborg?
Semantics is here.
There's a.
I'm not even gonna ask why you ended up choosing those sides.
24 right there.
Cass is in game. Yeah, I think that feeds in a combination of all the things we were talking about.
Germany could very easily have won D-Day.
That was ugly zombie.
That the D-Day was not decided. That we could have lost that for sure. There were a bunch of factors that gave us that win. Not to take away from the planning and all that went into D-Day, but that was a precarious event.
Oh, absolutely. Like the planning is like Germany might have won, or Germany could have won in spite of the plan. Not that it was just like, hey ho, let's go. Because as it turns out, unlike in Hoi, naval landings are hard.
Oh yeah.
And a lot of shit can go wrong.
Also, Cyborg, you son of a bitch, I was lining up on that guy.
Oh, it's not anybody.
Is Zama here playing? I don't see it. I hear it. Am I lying? Hold on. I might be lying. I might be lying.
Oh, there we go.
Good, thank you.
There's another one spawning there. Watch out, Cyborg.
Oh, enemy plane, yeah, it's a P8.
Oh, P8. Up high somewhere?
Yep.
Am I blind?
Oh, I see it.
Oh, over there. It's well past us. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, SPAA. We need to kill that SPAA.
Yeah, get it.
Come on, kill this thing.
Yep.
Oh my god, thank you, Zomley. That guy's gonna be so pissed.
No, they couldn't have.
Yaks are balanced.
The closest Germany could come to winning World War II would be going for their stated goals inside the Soviet Union and then trying some sort of suing for peace.
They could have won in so much as they could have potentially held some more land than they started the war with and got a peace deal. But like won as in like defeat all the nations? No.
I think we, like Zombie and I have had several discussions on this, and the closest we managed to come is hold on until the U.S. civilian population gets bored of their boys dying in Germany, and pressures the administration to focus on Japan.
Yeah.
And then try and sue for peace, if they could somehow block the resupply convoys to the USSR. And I think that's like the only thing. And even then, that would be like, okay, we're suing for peace for specific things because we know you can't keep this up, not because we've won.
Enemy plane over
Are
C.
you also out of ammo?
Yeah, I'm out of ammo. Cyborg gonna be playing over C.
Yeah,
Semantics, do you think that if you think that the U.S. wouldn't have entered the war one way or the other, then I've got a bridge to sell you.
Yeah, it was gonna happen, but
like, I'm not gonna pretend. I legitimately don't know. I'm not gonna pretend that the U.S. civilian population was raring to enter that war, but the leadership certainly fucking was.
Yeah. Admin was working overtime to try and convince the American population that, boy, we need in on this thing.
I love that we're all in planes. This balance.
We have three Yak
this thing is air
9s.
brakes. Fuck.
We have 3 Yak 9s as long as Cyborg stays up when we get back.
We will win.
We will bring balance
I
upon
didn't
them.
need that landing gear.
I don't see anybody.
Damn you. That looked great.
Like a glove.
As
This is what
planned.
peak performance looks like.
Yeah. Okay, he's even oriented the right direction. That's great.
I'm sad that Cyborg finally died after all that fire support I gave him.
Dude, that was... there was about 3 instances where I should have died. Each time Zombie came fucking running in like a hero.
Semantics, I'm not going to make any comments on 9/11, but I am going to say, in terms of Pearl Harbor, yeah, the U.S. administration wanted in on it, and the Japanese administration knew that they wouldn't be able to send warships by the Philippines for very long without the U.S. getting involved anyways. Also, Japan's economy was in the fucking shitter.
Yeah.
Because, as we experienced with Black Ice, which, from what I understand, is fairly decent at mimicking the economic situation of Japan in World War II, they didn't have enough resources without importing from the U.S.
Oil? What oil?
Yeah, so it was one of those things where it's like, well, giving is the wrong word.
Trading.
Unless you consider trade as giving, at which point your definition had...
That's some communism right there.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
What is the best brand of microwave? Jesus.
I don't even know everyone who makes microwaves.
I'm gonna go General Mills, just because that's the first name that came to mind, and I'm pretty sure they don't make microwaves, so it's funny.
General Mills?
Okay.
General Electric does.
I would say GE just because they also make some really funny shit, but, you know, I don't...
Yeah, sure, why
Probably
not?
Samsung.
Okay.
Sure, why not?
You will ask what
You
you
did
want.
horrible things to that team.
I did almost
Yeah, they
nothing,
deserved it.
but I was in a Yak 9K, so that was fun.
That was fun, yeah. I mean, I saved Cyborg. Like, Cyborg was experiencing the War Thunder version of Broken Arrow from Winter Soldiers.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Broken Arrow.
That's yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Now I'm sad.
Now I'm
You
sad.
got Yak 9K stacked up every 1,000 feet. This from 7 to 35,000. We'll get him, sir.
Classic.
Oh god.
I
No,
do-
that's a meme you need to make, Hornet, for one of your videos.
what am I? The COD man or whatever his name is, who does the cinematics, War Thunder cinematic videos?
Yeah, exactly.
Anyways, to hold off some future questions, no, they're basically the only what if that you could possibly get for Germany winning World War II involves not fucking with the Soviets, not fucking with the Americans, and maybe being a little bit more aggressive with the blockade. Maybe.
I think there's a potential future that involves Germany actually planning for the success they had with the whole French situation and crushing the BEF before they can evacuate and suing Britain for peace before Churchill gets in.
Yeah, that's true, because once Churchill gets in, it's pretty much like you have to exhaust the nation before he's getting out.
Yeah, but like if you had been really quick about it and crushed the British Expeditionary Force like entirely, not allowed an evacuation, I think you could have maybe negotiated with Chamberlain a settlement. And then you could invade Russia and it would be a lot less of a problem.
I think the moment you get involved in Russia, I mean, as long as the US is actually willing to supply Lend-Lease and stuff like that, you're kind of fucked by that point. If you're
Well,
Russia.
my question would be at that point though, would Germany be Germany by this point has had a settled peace with the West. They are not at war with anyone anymore. Would the U.S. embargo them for an invasion of Russia, or would they still be able to trade with the United States?
That's a good question, and I need to look into the political demographics of the U.S. around the time period. But I think there was legitimately more sympathy for fascism than communism in the U.S. at the time.
Yeah, so like I don't know, because even with Lend-Lease, if Germany can freely trade with everyone else, that solves a lot of their problems.
And not get every one of their factories reduced to fucking rubble, because it's not like the Soviets could figure out how to get a good heavy bomber going.
Really?
Yeah.
Or dude, haven't you asked that question before? Fuck off. How dare. Germany had Russia if not for America?
That's a very complicated question.
That's,
Military History Visualized has a great video on that regarding Lend-Lease. And the answer kind of boils down to, well, maybe, but it's kind of impossible to say.
Whoever's on B with me, by the way, we got someone like right here, just staring at this line.
Fuck.
Well, shit, Tom.
Yeah, that's not good.
Oh, I got two of them. Where'd you get shot from? Was it across the river? Or?
Oh, right in front of me. It's like right in front of me down the road.
Oh,
right down the road.
I really dislike what just happened there.
Can't see shit, Gaijin, you fuck.
There's like 4 of them on B. I got 1. Whatever, Yak 9K time. Oh, Gaijin.
But yeah, like essentially looking at stuff, I don't know if Russia would have been able to beat Germany without Lend-Lease, because especially the Russian logistical system relied almost entirely on Lend-Lease vehicles, like American trucks.
Yeah.
Or American radios, all that kind of good shit. But whether Russia would have been forced out of the war, we don't really have the information to say.
Yeah. No, and Germany could have like taken a lot more ground and done a lot more damage. But again, whether or not the war won or lost, I don't know. Best leader during World War II, like that's a like, are we talking about just like the quote unquote major leaders? How do we determine that? There's a lot of people who were in leadership positions during World War II. My automatic go-to is just Eisenhower, but I like Eisenhower a lot.
Eisenhower's good. Churchill's a retard.
But he was
a stubborn retard.
Yeah, he was
a bit of a retard.
He was what was needed, Tom.
But he also kind of fucked the British in North Africa on a number of occasions. The Germans had no right to end up doing as well as they did, and it's mainly thanks to Churchill that happened. if I'm recalling my events correctly here.
That sounds.
No,
that
the
sounds
M6A1's still there. Just, you know.
air support is. I don't. Oh, I see it. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, the M6.
I got a kill assist on it. Okay.
Yeah, I got him.
I-
God.
Oh, plane. I really need the belt upgrades for this thing.
Yeah. They make it so fucking busted.
In terms of as well, in terms of like the Russia, US, like USSR, Germany thing, one of the things we're noting is like just how, like, yes, Russia, the USSR bled ferociously in terms of how many men died. They still had a ridiculously large army by the end of it. Like, they,
Although,
what I mean, but so the point of it that I mean is just that they had the manpower to take even more horrendous losses. So there is the option of just, yes, it kept them from getting it kept them from taking even more losses, but was it something they wouldn't have been able to achieve by themselves if they were willing to bleed as much as they needed to, which they probably were, because Stalin didn't really give too much of a shit about who died.
So my recollection here as far as Soviet manpower situation is that the Soviet manpower situation was actually a lot worse than it's often made out to be.
Shit.
Well, yes, but what I meant, like, in terms of, like, did they have, like, what, 3 million men, or something like that in active service by the end of World War II?
6-ish. But they were at the point of
you cut out when you said the number.
6.
Okay.
6 mil-ish. But my understanding is that, yes, they had 6 million in the field, but they were pretty much scraping the bottom of the barrel as far as available bodies. Like, they were forcefully conscripting people as fast as they could from all of the land that they were liberating back from the Germans, which is rather humorous. And my understanding is that a big part of the reason for their success is that they got very good at allocating resources to the fronts that really needed them and leaving other stuff under strength.
What did YouTube censor?
Yeah, but my point is there, though, that they still had men to lose. Not like they could have taken those kinds of losses forever, but that they weren't. It wasn't like a Britain situation.
I'm more in favor of fortresses myself.
By 1945, I honestly don't know. Like, Stalin was willing to lose them, but my understanding is that the manpower situation was getting rather dire in the Soviet Union by that point. It was never like Germany bad, right? It was never like conscript the 14-year-olds bad. But it was certainly really bad.
That's interesting, actually, because that does change the calculus.
Mm-hmm. But obviously I'd have to go look at the numbers again, too, as far as what they had left and whatnot. But my understanding is that the manpower situation was better than Germany, but not, oh yeah, we have plenty of men to continue fighting for another 2 years, which I funny enough, did a small essay when I was in college on a world history class on Operation Unthinkable and its feasibility.
Which that might come in handy.
Yeah. I didn't do too much for it, but there's some interesting stuff in there as far as, like, from what I recall when I did that, Russia fighting the United States and Britain immediately after the end of the war probably would have ended badly just because of the lack of manpower that they had by that point.
Oh, it would have ended badly no matter what. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
They're playing behind you, Hornet, just so you know.
Well, shit.
It was just an interesting thought experiment, though, based upon like the world would have turned out a lot better, using hindsight, if Operation Unthinkable had happened.
Yeah.
Before the Russians got nukes.
I don't see this plane you speak of, but I trust that you saved me. Oh.
Oh, come on!
Damn, you just evaporated.
One of my bombs got blown up by an MG round.
The plane's still up, Hornet. Easy one for you.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. He missed all of those shots.
In terms of the Ukraine-Russia thing, it's going to end eventually. It's probably going to end in a compromised peace, because short of either the U.S. just giving Zelensky the keys to the armory and saying, "Here, hold this. We're going to go look the other way for a little bit," they're not going to have enough equipment to actually to push Russia out. And
oh my goodness, this plane's broken as fuck.
At this point, Russia needs some win, even if it's just for Putin's ego. So they're not going to be just thrown out completely.
Yeah, I get the feeling. Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I get the feeling that at this point, Russia is going to end up in a World War I German World War I situation where there's beginning to be some kind of internal concerns of unrest, and Putin makes the call of, I need the army to be intact and generally functional to make sure that the regime continues, more so than I need any more of Ukraine. I'll take a negotiated peace of some kind and be done with it.
It could be. And I mean, that is essentially what we were talking about, or rather what I was saying, but I don't know if that'd be like, they'd be willing to give up land for like stated land goals for that. The interesting thing, though, is the resource deal that was recently run through between Ukraine and the U.S. Doesn't that involve like resource rights for the land currently under Russian occupation?
I think technically speaking, but the whole thing was very vague, and it was mainly just a framework of sorts. And I've not seen like serious details about what actually was agreed upon beyond there is a deal, it was agreed to.
So that could make some interesting results.
Oh, certainly. And I mean, who knows? I wonder, even if they got the equipment, I wonder if Ukraine's manpower situation would allow them to actually break the deadlock and take land back in a meaningful amount.
Not for at least a year, I don't think.
Yeah, I mean, it would obviously require Russia to be drained of its armored reserves, like reserve equipment, and possibly even its artillery reserves too. But I've seen some interesting discussion about the idea that Ukraine's army is so light on manpower in its frontline units that if this were a previous aged conflict, like World War II age, like you would expect the line to just kind of disintegrate.
Yeah.
But due to the nature of drones being so ever present and not allowing massive assaults, they can compensate for it that way.
Hey, Allied. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Escape before the autism gets you.
Later, Allied.
I can't hear you. There's too much autism.
It's fine. It's fine.
Hornet, you really got to get those ground belts.
Dude, if I get like 2 more kills, I got it.
Yes, and then you will really have fun.
There'll be all the fun.
Yes. And then it'll be tame. I still love that the fucking SU-8 gets the belts too.
There's a balance, comrade.
Yes. Honestly, the Yak-9 is better though, because the SU-8 can't dive like down like the Yak can. Without like splatting into the ground.
Yeah. Good lord, everyone wants to play Russia right now, do they?
Weird. I wonder why.
It's almost like, yeah,
Russia might have.
Russia at this BR is just fucking busted.
Yeah, strange.
Although that kind of switched now. We have some Germans in the queue. There we go.
Oh, there we go.
Here's a map. God, it's so dumb.
So it is.
Go ahead, Tom.
Does chat have any other
ways to
questions that will
trigger the
engage the autism?
Yeah. Just ask more, dude. Fans got questions.
Man, if only Satwork were to get Total War, that'd be really fun.
Yeah. Or if he would like engage in conversations.
Okay. No. Shut the fuck up, Hornet.
What?
You've barely talked too, motherfucker. It has been Damn you and zombie autism.
I mean,
the entire time. I'm not interrupting that because it's interesting to listen to.
I mean,
so I'm gonna sit here, shut the fuck up, and listen.
You're correct, but I'd like to think that even though I didn't talk a whole lot, I talked like 3 times as much as you did. So, yeah.
You think if they gave realistic Russian armor, what? Redneck, could you try that question again? Preferably with preferably after checking
I'll
the
translate.
carbon monoxide detector?
I'll translate what I think he's saying.
You're gonna translate retard?
Do you think if they gave the World War II era Russian tanks in the game actually historically accurate armor, that it would that they would still be overpowered?
I mean, World War II era Russian tanks are actually rather balanced. I have no issue with them.
Dan.
Like,
the
issue.
What Redneck is getting at is that, like, historically the armor was supposedly really shit on those things because they couldn't make them properly.
Yeah, but then we're getting into shit where it's like you go back to the German armor.
Yeah. Let's bring back the modifier in the German armor that makes it 10% less effective because bad German steel. Let's bring that back.
Yeah, bad German steel. And then of course maybe your fucking Tigers and Panthers should just, like, the transmission should give out periodically.
You ignore that. You get shit where it's like tanks that have rivets. If they're hit with HE, the rivets turn into spalling and shrapnel inside.
Oh god.
Which is historically the reason why that wasn't really a thing, because it was a very fucking bad idea.
They didn't continue it, yeah. I think that gets down to the whole, you have to design the game to be fun first, kind of a thing, and to give Gaijin their due.
They are, against that, so.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, yeah. They are against that, but to give Gaijin their due, they've at least not tried to implement some stupid shit like that, because that would be very unfun.
So to translate, it might still be balanced, but the game itself would be worse in basically every way.
What I would be interested in seeing Gaijin do, although I know it'd be a buggy mess, just like volumetric shells are, would be volumetric armor.
Oh Christ.
Yeah, it's cool in theory. Gaijin does not have the skill to pull that off.
No. But it would be very cool because then it would result in tanks being tankier in ways that made sense. You'd significantly reduce the number of, like, weird bullshit shots that kill you sometimes, like when you have a tank that has good armor.
Like, weirdly enough, I really appreciate the way it works in what's that game? The top-down game zombie play that you like a lot.
Gates of Hell?
Gates of Hell. Mm-hmm. It feels a lot better in that game because you point your tank at the enemy and the survivability goes way up, and you feel like less bullshit happens to you. And technically that's the case in War Thunder. It felt better in that game, and I also liked it in Steel Division. Mm-hmm. I feel like that way that system worked there felt a lot better. Maybe it's just the way they coded it or the consistency of it or whatever, but
yeah. There's also the problem of, like, in War Thunder you have the ability to aim at precise points on a tank versus a lot of other games you don't.
Yeah, they get to do number percentage things, and that helps with that.
There's also the fact that it's like you have the option to be literally looking down the barrel, so you don't have to deal with parallax.
Yeah.
Son, would you get fucked from a flank or was that spawn?
I think that's from spawn. Panther.
Just kind of hanging out by this rock until they come out, really.
I have not tried Gunner Heat PC, mainly because I don't think it's actually a game that's for me, despite playing War Thunder. So I don't know how it's implemented in Heat PC. But yeah, to answer your question, Redneck, it's one of those things where I think that would be unfun, especially because at that point they'd also have to separate the Russian tanks based off of, they either have to make it so you had a random chance of things going wrong, so it's like your armor, you had a random chance of, like, your chassis cracking or having bad optics or anything like that, or they would have to separate tanks by year of manufacture and location of manufacture.
Shit, they got the C behind us? What the fuck?
Yeah, because, like, depending on where and when it was manufactured, like, your T-34 could go all the way from it's actually made the way it's supposed to and is really good to you have a plastic lawn chair for a driver's seat and all the other fun that comes with that. And I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but not much. So it's like you take all the T-34 variants and I'll answer historical match in a second.
So you do all the T-34 variants for like each different, and then you have to split all of them up by your production, manufacturing location, and possibly how much has been weathered. And it's like, okay, you think there was vehicle crunch in the game before, where it's just like being randomly padded? You try adding that. See how many fucking vehicles you're gonna get.
Also, yeah, as far as historical matchmaking, that would be incredibly unbalanced unless you completely redesign the game to be intentionally asymmetrical.
Yeah.
No, historical matchmaking is do not want abort.
Fuck.
Historical matchmaking sounds really fucking cool until you think about the actual implications. In
IS-3
a
versus
game
Panzer IV.
Well, technically speaking, IS-3s never saw combat.
That's true.
Yeah, but this game goes past interwar. So
this is true.
It's like what saw combat in the same rough period of time as the IS-3s were parading through Berlin. Oh, I don't know, M4A3-105s. You want to try taking down an IS-3 with an M4A3-105? I don't. That sounds like fucking ass cancer.
More importantly, what sounds like even more ass cancer, and I think also illustrates the point quite good. When was the F-15 put into service?
Oh man.
Oh Christ, not a bite.
Oh man. Oh god. Oh man.
Oh no.
and then like the Typhoon. Who's the Typhoon gonna face? F-22, brother.
It's later than the F-22.
Yeah, far later than the F-22. Like F-22 is gonna be facing.
I would say far later, but
the F-22 is gonna be
it's like 2
facing
years.
what? Oh no, it's dumb.
Well, I'm just thinking because the F-15 came out in what 1976 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
What the fuck are the realistic SPAA options at that point? Like some radar fucking like some M163, I guess. Maybe a Sergeant York versus Lamau TV guided bombs
91.
and Mach 2 capable plane.
Fucking 1991. Look, whatever the Russians had in 1991, I don't think is going to do much to the F-22.
Yeah, because the Pantsir is quite new, isn't it?
I'm pretty sure it is the most modern Russian single chassis SPAA.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure the Pantsir is post fall of Soviet Union, right?
Yes, it is. I'm almost certain.
Yeah, so like the Russians wouldn't even get a Pantsir, period.
Which, to be fair, would be healthy for the game, but at that point the balance will be so fucking broken.
Yeah, irreparable, you might say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially,
it would be funny, but
yeah. So essentially, historical matchmaking. It sounds great, and then you think about it, and then you realize, oh my god, that would break the game so hard.
Yeah. So, Lamau. So it's something that would work, but you'd have to completely redesign the way the game is played. Like their game modes would need to be completely thrown out and remade in a way that makes asymmetry actually fun.
And once again, this is something that Gaijin isn't capable of doing.
Yeah, and if you did things like added infantry into the game, maybe that would work a little bit better. Because for instance, oh great bombs. For instance, you couldn't have an F-15 drop a fucking JDAM or a TV-guided bomb on a tank when it's surrounded by friendly infantry.
How many fucking rounds is this thing gonna eat? 4.
At least one.
Redneck has a new video?
At least 5. Multiple 20 millimeter.
Damn.
Redneck has a new video.
I'll make that 6.
Hey, right there, Hornet. I'm just pointing it out to you.
Okay.
I think the F-22 was no, it wasn't 91. It was later than that. It was like 96 or 98 or something.
97, I believe.
Yeah.
It's the prototype.
And the the Typhoon was 94, if I'm recalling my dates correctly. But the Typhoon was the Europeans are the Europeans, and took fucking ages for them to actually put the thing into service. I don't know. I don't think the Typhoon entered service, technically speaking, until after the F-22 did. But the Typhoon was around and existed and available for production earlier.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I kind of fucked that.
But anyway,
I think I'm about to die here.
But yeah, so to LinkedIn read, we can produce all sorts of examples that are relatively common for why historical matchmaking is a really fucking bad idea. Around the same time as the YF-22, I think.
Oh god, I'm getting strafed too.
Earlier,
Are you kidding?
late.
Jesus.
Regards to semantics. Not to I mean, as well, like historical matchmaking, the Zero would face everything from like the first, like what would be the first Hellcats to like Bearcats.
Yeah. That would be very fun.
Like it would go from being unironically and fucking ridiculously overpowered to so completely outmatched that the only way to lose, the only way to win in it is if your opponent loses first. Like your skill won't fix it.
Maybe they'll take pity on you.
Yeah. Also, thinking about that too, historical matchmaking, another reason it doesn't work is that, yes, these things, you know, were against each other in real life, but you're missing a lot of the surrounding context. Like the Panzer IIIs versus the T-34s in 1941. Panzer IIIs were kind of fucking dog shit against the T-34s. They just couldn't really do anything to them. Because in most cases, you know, no gun velocity, no mouth.
Jesus.
But in real life, unlike in the game, the Germans had fucking 88mm flaks that they would wheel up into position to knock out tanks with.
Yep. That is the thing.
That were towed and crewed by infantry.
They're bringing in a lot of light cast to strafe.
Where'd that plane go, Hornet?
Just went right behind me towards the hold on. It's about to strafe me again. I can hear it. Yeah, it's strafing me. That's a bomb.
No,
I'm gonna enjoy that. Thunk.
Semantics, that's actually a fairly good ratio.
Yeah, no, it if you're actually trying to like be competent in the editing, it fucking takes forever.
No, it doesn't. Put out more videos, Hornet.
Fuck you, Zom.
Work harder.
Fuck you.
Oh, God.
Like, if you want an extreme end of how bad it can get, how many man hours do you think goes into a movie?
Oh no. Oh no.
Flamation, is that you?
Hi there, Sci-Fi.
I've come to protect you from the planes.
Thank you. Someone's got to do it. Of course, now the game's over.
Yep.
I
I
finally
thought
managed to
that
get back to
counted.
the battlefield. Where's the enemy plane?
I don't know. It dropped its bomb
Oh.
and left off back towards A.
I guess you got shot down. FW-190.
Did it? Okay. Yeah.
Oh, yep.
The only reason I survived his bomb was the long fuse time, because he almost bounced it off my side. But I was going fast enough where it was fine.
Six kills or take B. Or A.
We got time. I might actually deviate to B since that guy's way ahead of C.
Yeah, that's right, you bitch.
You know, Zom? Why are you gay?
Fuck you. Any other autism comments?
Don't get started,
questions?
Zom. We're about done with this, okay?
I'm sure there
Cyborg,
could be
do you have
another
any-
one.
This
We've had like what, 6 different autism discussions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really interfering with the highlights I can get from this shit, because it's just pure autism.
Well, I mean, it's other highlights.
Last one video then. It worked before. It's getting you engagement.
Yeah, I know. I really hate editing them, though, because I have to listen to the autism multiple times, and it's like, 15, 20 minutes, maybe even 30 minutes of pure autism. I gotta listen to that whole thing, edit it down. Well, if it's just a visual moment, it's much easier to find those and pop it, right? But
Yeah, but Hornet, think. If you manage to get all the autism around, then you can attract them for Broken Arrow. We can finally be free of this godforsaken game.
that's true. That's true. When we can convert everyone to being broken arrow mains.
Oh, I see plane.
A little more leads, I say.
I'm not really attempting to. I'm just
Getting his
doing that to
attention.
do something.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping he comes try to strafe me.
Well, Hornet, what did I learn? What, from the autism today?
Yeah, what did you learn, Hornet?
Well, I mean, not to be an arrogant asshole.
Well, he learned nothing.
But I
say
essentially already kind of understood most of that. I think my biggest difference when it comes to my brand of autism is that
It's bad.
I understand a lot of ideas. I have a much harder time articulating them. And so a lot of times it's easier just let Damn You and Zom go because they're usually much better at putting it into understandable fucking words.
I'm pretty good at putting things in other things, yeah.
Zombie's also really good at being gay.
How is that gay?
Why are you gay?
It just is. No one was talking anything about sex, and then you just had to go there.
Okay, but that's not inherently gay.
But you are inherently gay. Therefore, you made it gay.
God. What's the next yak that has the fucking 45? There's a higher.
I'm not sure if
No, there is one.
Semantics is
I think
doxing
it
you.
could be
Good job,
UT.
Semantics. Keep it up.
Let me check.
Legally, I'm not supposed to support that. And that word from our lawyers.
Are you doxing him in Discord? Hold on a minute. Do I need to send Damu to drop the banhammer?
There's the 9K.
I think the UT. Hold on.
No, you're lying to me.
Nope, not UT, not you.
No, UT is the one that gets it. Yeah.
What?
He's not.
He gets a 23 and a 20.
No. Check. You can change the cannons on.
Hold on. We have to address this. We have to address this. Okay. If you are talking to Redneck in a direct message, you are not doxing him. That's not what doxing is. Okay.
Are we okay, yeah.
Okay, you see, to dox someone is to take someone's personal information and then expose it to others on the internet. What he's doing right now is just creeping on you and being a stalker, which is disgusting, but also it's semantics. So,
You know what you expect.
yeah, you two have fun with that. Anyhow, that's stream time. So, yeah, you just sit there and be mad.
What, you don't want more autism?
I am playing like
We can
shit.
have more autism.
Okay, we had a good run, and then towards the end, I just kind of went downhill, and I'm ready to take a break from War Thunder for a bit.
That's kind of what I expect out of you, really.
Tom,
Yes.
do you have off switch? Can you just turn that off?
No, that's my secret cap.
That's right.
I'm always on.
Maybe I'll go hang out with
He has an
Cyborg.
off switch. You're just not gonna like where it's at.
Oh, yeah, is this the Deadpool quote? It's right next to the prostate.
You're gonna have to like bribe his girlfriend a few extra for that.
She might do that.
God.
She might, you know. Anyhow, fuck all you guys. It's been a day. And it's been a stream, and we're gonna end the stream now. And Cyborg will come play Total War Warhammer with us.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, but instead he's gonna be gay.
Yeah.
I prefer the term "smart with money," considering you guys have already dropped the other game that you were on him for.
I mean, to be fair, we were having fun with that, and still will go back to it. We were just playing some fucking Warhammer right now.
Mainly because Cyborg was like, no, I'm not gonna do it.
Because apparently
I mean,
Cyborg
still
is just
proves my
like,
point.
Bitches.
fucking being a bitch.
Anyhow, see you